And joining me tonight, the interim leader of the UK Independence Party, member of the European Parliament, Nigel Farage, who led the successful Brexit movement for the UK's exit from the European Union. Nigel, great to have you with us. And I've just got to ask you what you're witnessing in the run-up to this debate over the course of the last 48 hours. What are your impressions, your thoughts, your emotions?
Well, it's pretty dramatic stuff, isn't it? And I guess tonight's got the potential to be rather like the gunfight at the OK Corral. What have we learned in the last 48 hours? We've learned that Donald Trump makes some lewd and pretty ugly comments about women when he's in male company. And what we've learned is that Hillary is much more deeply tied in to the Wall Street banks than we ever imagined before, and that she has a vision, she has a dream. The very thing that I've spent 20 years fighting against, namely the European Union, this giant common market of free movement of people and loss of national sovereignty. And what we've learned in the last 48 hours is that Hillary sees the European Union as a prototype for virtually a form of world government of which America would be a part. And I know that Trump has got his problems. I know that he's upset many in his own party. But if he can get this debate tonight to move on to Hillary's views about open borders, Hillary's views about perhaps your own Supreme Court not being supreme because you're part of some big supranational government, if Trump can take it there, then she could be in real trouble with a lot of voters.
And that really is amongst his several challenges. That really is primary. If he can carry a broad and clear discussion of the importance of anti-globalism, the importance of restoring sovereign borders and working in the national interest rather than a cosmic global interest, yes, he really could achieve a lot here, couldn't he?
Yeah, I mean, look, let's be frank, let's be straight. He does need to apologize, and he does need to be seen to be actually meaning it. That he's got to do. But he's got to get that out of the way. She will then spend the rest of the debate attacking him personally. She did it in debate number one. She attacked him on his record on virtually everything. And as a proud man, he felt what he had to do was to stand there and defend himself. Frankly, what he needs to do is to just cast aside, push away her brickbats, talk to the American people about he's the guy that believes in nation-state democracy, border control, and actually giving small and medium-sized businesses and ordinary American workers a better chance. And what we're living in is a world dominated by the corporates, the very people that have paid the Clinton Foundation tens of millions of dollars. If he gets those messages out, he'll emerge in a much stronger position.
I'd be curious, Nigel, what you think of this, that in this moment, if he can capture this moment in the structure that he has been debating, the anti-establishment policies that he's putting forward, his rebellion against, if you will, a status quo that has been put together for the benefit of the corporatists, for the benefit of the one-percenters, and turn to the focus of his campaign over the past year and a half almost, and say, this is about our middle class. It's about what kind of country we want to have and whether we're going to continue a status quo that has shriveled the middle class and suffocated opportunity for generations of Americans.
What it has, and of course what it's also done, this status quo, is taken your country and my country into an endless series of wars in the Middle East and elsewhere, where frankly, after much money and much blood, I think you could argue we've made the situation worse, not better. And that, I think, is an angle that should not be forgotten. Hillary supported all of these wars, including Libya. None of them have actually worked. So I think, what Trump needs to do is say, look, like me or loathe me, I accept that I'm an completely imperfect human being. But let's face it, I'm not running to be Pope. I'm not here to be the highest moral officer in the land. I'm running to be your president. I'm a human being. But actually, do you know what? I'm on your side, and I believe in America.